It's like we should just name Ondo State 1 week, one drama. Is it? No, is it one? That the first Eze goes to school. Then the second one was a 1 week, one drama, right? Okay, well, there's a sequel to Eze goes to school. I'm beginning to wonder the misinterpretation that Itiloye is talking about, the Commissioner for Justice and the Attorney General of the state. Is it coming from the online media, like he said, or is it coming from the court? Because I discovered that he didn't even tell us what exactly was the outcome that is contrary to what was said. Exactly. The basic question is, the judge asked that the panel should be set up for Akeredolu's health status to be investigated or not. You didn't say that, but you came to reply what you termed the fake news. This is looking like a 1 week, one trouble. I'd like to have your take on the following.
Well, it's heartbreaking what's happening in Ondo State, especially against the backdrop of the fact that that's one of the most civilized states in Nigeria in terms of human capital, in terms of eminent personalities. Incidentally, the person at the center of all of this controversy was once the national president of the Nigerian Bar Association, the umbrella body of all Nigerian lawyers. And I mean, by all standards, very, very competent person in legal practice. So it's surprising to me that, I mean, yeah, it's strange, the ways of the world. And at the time he was president of the NPA, we also had a similar crisis involving a serving Nigerian president, that's Maharaj. And then he did make some comments to the effect that Oyarada should do the honorable thing by transmitting power to his deputy, then Vice President Goodluck Jonathan. So it's surprising that he is not living by his own precepts. But I think at this point, Ondo State is badly crying for governance. I mean, we've had all kinds of cases of governance, the wheel of governance grinding to a halt. Sometimes you don't have anybody to attend to important issues. And then even though symbolically it seems like the deputy governor is in power now, even though power hasn't been officially transmitted to him, we have instances where, commissioners and other officials of state travel all the way to Ibadan to get the governor to sign documents. And I understand some of those, some people who should know these things, they are also sons and daughters of Ondo State, have also alleged that some of these documents allegedly signed by the governor were actually fraudulent documents. Some people will fraudulently procure the governor's signature. I think it's a messy situation, but there's a way out of all this. The law is not silent on cases where the governor of a state becomes incapacitated, either by ill health or by any other factor. In such cases, the decent thing to do would have been to transmit power to the deputy governor, let him exercise it. This is not the first deputy governor Akeredolu has worked with. So there must be something that maybe the man is the problem and not so much his deputies. Because, he had this same kind of run-in with Bola Ajayi, who was his deputy governor in his first tenure. And then, we thought that with the removal, he removed, as it were, when he was seeking re-election, did not go with Bola anymore. So we thought, all the problems about him and his deputy would be sorted out. And then we are seeing, an encore in this instance again. So what ought to be done has been done, frankly. I think it's an intractable problem, defying all solutions. I would have suggested that elders in the state should intervene, but they don't get more elderly than Ruben Fashoranti and what's his name?
Debanjo.
Yeah, not even Debanjo now. Olufalayi is from there.
Okay,
so yeah, they did intervene and then, ask all parties to sheet their swords. Another funny thing in all this is, the court is not a conclave. It doesn't sit in secret. It sits in public. So if the court makes pronouncements, we expect some documentation and not just verbal pronouncements. So where is the Attorney General getting of the state? Where is he getting this from? Where are the court documents? Where is there a copy of that order given by the court? The order of mandamus. It can't just be uttered verbally. We expect that there has to be paperwork to go with it. So all these things ought to be so that is the right thing to do. The governor hasn't been seen in public for a while now. So something has to be done to determine his proper health status so that the state can move on. Remember, we are talking about Ondo here. Elections in Ondo are not due until sometime next year, not even the first or second quarter of
September.
Next year. So how do you manage this situation until that time? Something has got to give somehow, and I hope it's resolved in such a manner that we don't find a total breakdown of law and order, because that's the direction in which it seems to be headed.